like total strangers. Total strangers. Perfect strangers. Stranger danger. Stranger things. This is how I summon them. This is how I summon them. Don't get a facelift. Everybody notices if you get a facelift. Everybody. They don't say it. Don't get a facelift. Don't do it. Age like the rest of us. Festivus for the rest of us. This is how I summon them. I recommend that you study psychology. I recommend that you study how people manipulate people. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve, especially if you're a nice person, if you're a people pleaser. Study psychology. Learn how people manipulate. Learn how people use you until they can't, until you don't let them use you anymore. And then they slander you. I say, study Carl Jung, study Sigmund Freud, study a lot of psychologists, a lot of psychiatrists. They will talk to you about narcissists. They will talk to you about covert narcissism, overt narcissism, narcissistic injury, narcissistic rage, and don't react, don't respond, and just watch them lose their shit. Watch them lose their shit. When you just go, I think that's why subconsciously I choose to wear gray. I choose to wear gray because gray rock, I say gray rock. Whenever a narcissist starts to abuse you, insult you, manipulate you, they say gray rock. Just no response at all. And just watch how they just lose it. What is that? Baby Drift. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. Wow, 20 people? Let's see how long I can hold on to 20 people. It goes from 20 to 1 real fast. So yes, I really urge you, learn all you can about psychology and hypnosis. Learn about hypnosis because we're being hypnotized a lot. I've noticed some hypnotic tactics that they use on YouTube. I've noticed hypnotic tactics that they use in advertising, hypnotic methods, people. It's overt. It's called dark psychology. I've been looking at videos to talk about dark psychology or watching. I've been watching videos that have to do with dark psychology. When people flatter you and then they insult you, kind of like with an iron hand and a velvet glove. I'm losing people already. 9 people. We went from 20 to 9. Let me know if people are able to, because sometimes the chat just stops. I'm sitting here and I'm watching people go and go. See, we're down to 3 now. Watching people go and go, and then it dawns on me, maybe the chat is no longer functioning. I need it to function. I've noticed that I'll be like halfway through a live stream and suddenly people can't chat anymore. It just does that. This is how we summon them. I used to grumble. I've learned a way to escape from the matrix. The way to escape from the matrix is do not engage the matrix, because you are participating. When you start to participate, hi there, Diaz, that's how it's spelled, right? Manuel, is it Manuel? Or yeah, Manuel. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. Oh, they're coming. Should I bake a cake? Hi, my name is Favre. Favre. Welcome. Said hi. This is how I summon them. Yes, if you want to, everyone's talking about the Matrix. Everyone's talking about the Mandela effect. I think there's a Mandela effect because we're not all agreeing. We each have our conscious, and then there's a collective conscious. And as soon as the collective conscious doesn't agree on something, there's glitches in the matrix, because we together make up the matrix. Believe it or not, we are creators, and if you agree, that's why you have to separate yourself from what's going on. Hello, sir. Hello. Grayson Pizza. We say pizza, and there's no T in there. It's Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. That's in Italy, right? Have you seen the steps? The steps to the Leaning Tower of Pisa as you're going up? They're actually worn down because so many people have gone up those steps. Yes. You have to be an observer. Realize that you're the observer. And then there's the observer effect. And do not participate, do not agree, because then you start believing in what you're observing, and then it becomes your reality. What is that? Is that a zombie? We have a total of 2 people after 20 people. I need to get my own supply of drinks. All my life, I've been subjected to the abuse of narcissists. I've always wondered, what did I do? What am I doing? It's like, well, I'm giving the narcissist what he or she wants. I have 2 narcissists in my family. I have 2 narcissists in my family. And it's I watch their manipulation. I watch how they manipulate, how they invite you in. They invite you to suckle their teat, and while you're suckling on the teat, they start laying down conditions. They start laying down restrictions and abuses. Are you excited for Christmas? There are only 99 days left. I noticed that. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas just goes shoo, shoo, shoo. Yeah. It's Halloween, and then it's New Year's Eve. What's up with that? Is there some kind of a time slip? I'm not too much into Christmas. I'm more like Halloween. I love Halloween. I celebrate the entire month from October 1st to October 31st. And then I kind of like Thanksgiving, because the sign of Sagittarius. Under the sign of Sagittarius, I like that whole time period. How mean woo, my brother's birthday is on Halloween, the month 26. That's cool. Rob Schneider, he was born on October 31st. So how cool is that? You get Halloween, you get candy, and you get to celebrate your birthday, and you get to dress up. Malcolm McDowell was born June 13th. That's cool. I noticed some celebrities, they're born on the 13th. So you get to celebrate your birthday on Friday the 13th sometimes. My brother's birthday, son, having a wing on mump hot dog. Whatever. Is that a hot dog? So I guess we're here. Somehow we're here. We're engaging in the same space, the same time. Actually, the same time. Different space, different spaces, same time. They call it real time. It is very interesting. There's a lot of things that affect us that we don't even pay attention to. You know, what we say to ourselves, what we believe, what you personally believe, what you say to yourself, your self-talk, and what you agree to participate in. Do you enjoy broadcasting your thoughts to us? Because us viewers too. I enjoy engaging people. I like to hear what other people think. I like to listen to what other people think and see if it corresponds to what I think. Because we're intelligent. We are intelligent, but we're told we have to go to school. We have to go to higher education. We have to show these diplomas and these degrees, these piled high degrees, you know. But intelligence comes from us. Intelligence, you know, like Charlie Kirk, he didn't go to college. It basically came from him. All the things that he learned, all the information he gathered, you know, from his sources, you know, and we are the source of our imagination. I'm surprised about what I was puking so much. I don't know how I have a soul. Puking. I think doctors, I think we need to watch doctors. We need to watch them. We need to watch the doctors. We need to fact check. We need to ask why we're on so many meds. You're back. I'm sick. I threw up yesterday. Oh, well, the power of prayer. Get together, people. If you can, like I said, if you agree, you are creating a matrix. If you all agree, even the Bible talks about that. If any two come together, agreeance, you know, there's a power in that. You create a matrix, you create a collective conscious, you know, that's, you don't have any resistance. If we all agree that there's death and taxes, if we all agree we have to age, if we all agree that you should have stopped for that stop sign, you know, we together create the matrix. And it takes some discipline to separate yourself from the matrix when you no longer agree. Have you ever played video games or like arcade? I have played arcade games. I played Street Fighter. I played Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man. I played Centipede, Galaga. That was pretty fun. When you leave the house, you go to an arcade, you have a pocket full of quarters. Pocket Full of Sunshine. You start playing those arcade games. We need to bring those back. We need to bring back the arcade games. Target games, or Jurassic Park. I played all kinds of arcade games. Because I remember at the Cinedomes in Sacramento on Arden Way, there was what's called the Cinedomes. They were, you can watch movies in these big domes. And they had arcade games. You could go into this little section of the theater and play these arcade games while you watch. Like if you had a couple of dollars, you would feed them into that machines that spits out quarters. No, they spit out tokens. That way the quarters don't leave. You have to use those tokens, which is genius. Yeah, it's fun. We've forgotten how to have fun. Malls were a big deal. A big deal. I used to go to the mall a lot. And as I was walking down the mall, the corridor or whatever, there were these gumball machines, bubblegum ball machines. And I would reach into my pocket and I would get me a couple of bubblegum balls. And I would start chewing on a bubblegum ball while I was walking down the thoroughfare or whatever you want to call it. And people watching. They gave you benches to sit in, couches to sit in while people walked by. You could go to Hot Topic, you can go to Spencer, you can go to Taco Bell. What I hated was the good restaurants were disappearing. Sbarro, it was a pizza place. Brother likes Pac-Man. That's right. Yeah, you can say 6'7". That's a big deal. He plays like he's 6'7". I heard that's where that came from. It was a basketball meme. It's amazing how we've gone from Haktua to 6'7". Before it was pants on the ground, for those who are older. Pants on the ground. I think after that was beans and bologna. Before that was leave Britney alone. I wonder what's going to be next. Won't you please come home? I got beans and bologna. I got to take a walk today. A LA Christmas is coming. We have so much fun. I love Christmas. I am glad you love Christmas. We need something to look forward to. It's good for our mental health. Good for our mental health. To just have something. My thing to look forward to was the movies. Friday. That was what I looked forward to. Friday after work. As soon as it was 5 o'clock, sometimes even before. And I love the 3-day weekends. I like the 3-day weekends, like Christopher Columbus Day or whatever. What was it? Memorial Day, Labor Day. You just get that Monday off. That was so cool. You don't have the Sunday scaries. I wonder if anybody. My mom loves Christmas. She was born on November 26th. So sometimes her birthday is on Thanksgiving. But yeah, she just goes gaga over Christmas. It's like Christmas puppies, Christmas, Little House on the Prairie, Christmas, presents. She just opens up her treasure trove. She knows something I don't. I think my mom knows something I don't about. She has money. She has money and she does it. She's quiet about it. Because I go, where did she get all this money? She never seems to run out. I don't know. I guess she learned some secrets. And I'm anticipating that, like, we're going to find out how much money she actually has. Okay, Pac-Man. Rodolfo. Oh, hello. I was going into my own head. You ever seen a man eat his own head? Well, then you haven't seen everything. I'm not from Hollywood. Oh, wow. I like that show. Team America World Police.
Inevitable. Things are inevitably going to change. Things are inevitably going to change.
It's funny how Saddam sounds like Kim Jong Il. Kim Jong Il, yo. Did you know you can get pickle Pepsi for free? It better be free. You know what I've noticed this summer? Not much rain. Not much rain this time around. We've had some thunderstorms. I've heard thunder, seen lightning, but barely any rain. It trickled a little bit. It trickled. We got that trickle down rain. I got beans and bologna. Ugh. Oh, that didn't taste good. I had ramen noodles and a ham and cheese and lettuce sandwich and some apple juice. I was watching an interview with Quaid, that Canadian psychiatrist. I think it was a psychoanalyst. He's big on IQ points. You know, he gives people jobs based on their IQ points. Pickles are a little sour, but I like coffee because I drink it. My mom let me drink it. I'm only 5. My brother is 13, just like my cousin. Is English your first language? I know that sounds insulting, doesn't it? But I'm curious sometimes. It's those low notes that I struggle with. Were you talking about Jordan Peterson? No. Spiders are so scary. I am 5. Yesterday, I went to McDonald's and this boy was skating and the like to add, he was skinned and he was in the road that B bro was getting around. Are you drunk typing? Are you drunk typing? I'm going to soothe you with flute music. We've gone down to 0. We went from 20 to 0. Spiders are so scary. You know what's scary? Finding a spider on your arm. Finding a spider coming down from the ceiling. You know what's scary? Reaching into your mailbox and seeing a letter from the IRS. That's scary. Internal Revenue. Trump said he was going to get rid of the IRS. That would be nice if we got our tax dollars from tariffs. Let them pay for us for once. We're going to get rid of that deficit, I'm sure, because all that liberal spending, you know, what's it called? Not well. What do they call that? Spending. It's cavalier pork spending, something like that. They always use those words. They always use those words during campaigns. I'm sure I'll be able to remember what they call that. You know, like Doge. That was what that whole thing was set up for, is to find out where our tax dollars are going. All the taxes they collect from us every year, every quarter, if you're making enough money. No, Eddie, you remember me? Dave, you're a youngster, aren't you? Every youngster that goes, "Do you remember me?" That's the first thing they say. They come up and say, "Do you remember me?" I've entered your live today like 1 year ago and stopped. Daya. I don't remember Daya. People change. I don't know why they do that. If you want to be remembered, if you want to have a brand, do not change your handle. Do not change your profile picture. Yeah. If you keep switching your picture, people need to become familiar with you. If you want it, like Eddie's Funhouse, I learned that. Do not change your channel. Do not change the way it looks. People don't like that when you change the way it looks. Some people pulled you and I roasted them for you. Roasted. This is how I summon them. It's like McDonald's. McDonald's, the logo still looks, or Burger King, or anything, the logo has to stay the same. The logo, the trademark, registered trademark logo, you got to keep it the same. Because we like the same. We like to be familiar with. We must be familiar with. I have this container. It's full of jelly beans and Skittles. Some days are hotter than others, so they get stuck together. I can't. This looks like an everlasting gobstopper. It's an everlasting gobstopper. L.A. I am Ray, a retired lynch, but I am a tiger, and you're gonna hear me roar. Also, you told me that you are a van. I'm a van, and your dream is to have an RV. No, I don't have, again, parallel universes. People have done, I've experienced this before. I've experienced people telling me I do things, and I don't remember doing them. You're in a van. You are in a van right now. In a van down by the river. I was thinking I'm going to be Carl. I'm going to be Carl for Halloween. I'm going to get the haircut, I've been practicing putting my chin out. It ain't got no gas in it, That would be funny. I think I'd get a lot of laughs. What I could do is my brother can help me get a lawnmower blade. I can get a lawnmower blade and then just put blood and hair all over it. Fake blood and hair.
I just walk around like, mm-hmm. What you got that's good to eat in there?
So you're a house. You're in a house right now, or a car, van, RV. Those are creepy questions. I hate it when people ask me where I live or they tell me details about where I live. That's always creepy. It's like I'm going to find you in a bush. I'm going to find you in a tent on my front yard. Who was that? Danny Bonaducci or Dave Cassidy? I think Dave Cassidy. He found some people on his front lawn, a guy in a tent on his front lawn. People just want to be around you if you're a celebrity. No, I just asked because I remember you saying, I do not have an RV. You must have mistaken me. That almost sounds like a rhyme. That is a rhyme. I do not have an RV. You must have mistaken me. Yeah. I wonder what's going to be next. It seems like the media is just a battle for your mind. The media in general, whether it's the news, whether it's music, whether it's TV shows, they want you to notice something and observe it and believe in it and participate in it. Never underestimate the power of the collective conscious. Flute. Wait a minute. Also, I remember my first time entering your live, you were by the river playing a flute, right? There's no river here. That must have been the park. I go to a park that has like 3 lakes, a park with 3 lakes. Do you think AI, artificial intelligence, will have a bad impact on people or better? Today is Wednesday. That's right, September. I got to remember to breathe. I forget to breathe. I catch myself not breathing sometimes. It's not sleep apnea. It's just apnea. You stop. I've noticed I stop breathing sometimes. I become consciously aware that I'm not breathing. I become consciously aware that I'm not breathing. I really need to breathe sometimes. Probably a prank, yeah. Are you in Hawaii? I noticed when I was living in Hawaii, they would end their sentence with yeah. That's good, yeah. We got to go surfing, or brada. They say bra or brada. Brada. Hey, brada. They would use Hawaiian words like keiki when they talked about kids, wahine, pau. When they finished doing their work, they'd say, I'm pau. He's saying some random stuff. I'm from, Kazakhstan. Okay, I was wondering. Yeah. They say they don't like Borat. They don't like Borat. Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen plays Borat. He's a character from Kazakhstan. They say I can understand why they wouldn't like. I guess people think it's pretty funny. They anime edits. Hey, what's up? Hello, Eddie, my best funny guy. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for that. I like to, I'm glad when people think I'm funny, I have to, yeah, I'm like the perfect storm. It has to be the perfect storm. I don't believe you can probably write comedy, but some of the best comedy just comes out of nowhere. What do you do for a living? What's up, man? Hello. Right now, I take care of my mother. That's been my main focus lately. My mother is 76 years old, and she she falls a lot. She's on a lot of medications. She's got doctor's appointments sometimes 3 days in a row. Guys, I'm from Turkey too. I I'm from Pennsylvania. Please, I'm going off the the live stream. Yo, Eddie, can you say 67? I just did. Yeah. I wonder if I come off as not condescending. What is it called? Not condescending. Come off as sarcastic. I've been accused of sarcasm a lot. I guess sarcasm is when you can't choke somebody. When you can't choke somebody or slap somebody or tell them they're stupid, you resort to sarcasm. Sarcasm, I think, is a sign of intelligence. Not 67, but 6'7". He plays like he's 6'7". I don't know why that caught on. It's just a comment somebody made about a basketball player. Yeah. My brother noticed that too. I guess he holds classes or he teaches classes that are full of kids, I guess, teenagers. He teaches a class with teenagers in it. And they always say 6'7". Bro, oh, look, you know the meme. Of course, I do research. LOL. Yep. Ain't an editor. I ain't an editor. Okay. Oh, you're talking to each other. Don't cry, there's always Skittles. Taste the rainbow. Maybe they should use that. Don't cry, there's always Skittles. It's kind of slow and bad. Text 7, she means, or 67. Don't say that. It's rude. I'm just here because I have nothing else to do. It looks like it's going to be a cool night tonight. It's gonna be a cool night. Just let me hold you by the firelight. If it don't feel right, you can't go. Don't get a facelift. Pac-Man, hush, you're weird. I agree. What happened to Rodolfo? He was just here, wasn't he? Wasn't Rodolfo just here? This stream is anticlimactic. See, we went from 20 people to 3 people. Bye, guys. I'm going to do some homework for my school. You should do that as soon as you come home. Don't go on the computer. Don't look for live streams. Get that out of the way. Get it out of the way. I loved having my homework out of the way. What I hated is, what I liked was no homework on Friday. Yay, hey, Eddie, what's your dream? My dream is to have more of a magical life. I want more magic in my life. I want less restrictions. I want less limits. Limits. We only have limits if we agree to them. I've noticed that. If we agree that there are limits, you're going to have limits. Albert Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. I'm getting off this. I'm getting off the S chat. So your dream is to fly over the rainbow so high. Hello, Paul. Hello, Denya. Daya. That's cool dream. But what car would you like to have? Or where would you want to live? I'd want to live out in the country where there's woods everywhere. I love the forest. I love the forest. I used to take my hammock. I used to take my hammock into the forest and string up my hammock and just lay there in my hammock, looking up through the canopy. I've always wanted to be a lumberjack. Yes. I was very much into the bushcraft stuff, outdoor survival. I liked taking my backpack. I had a backpack and I would put all kinds of like a tarp, some strings, some fishing gear. I was ready. I had all my, I think tent, fireplace, dog lifestyle would suit you. I would have a falcon. I'd have a falcon instead of or a hawk. Just have a hawk and a glove and a hawk and one of those Peruvian style hats, and that's how I would get my supper. My hawk would fly, grab me a rabbit and bring it back, and I'd share it with my hawk. Hawk is so cool. Eddie, do you have a wife, kids? I have siblings. Surprise, Ed. What's up? Hello, David Rish. Hello, it's been a while. I'm eating my jelly beans. My jelly beans and my Skittles while I talk to you. Were my eyes deceiving me? Mom is fine. Seems like every once in a while she has a meltdown. I wish that wouldn't happen. I wish Mommy would not have a meltdown. I try to be reasonable and she's not about being reasonable. Hello, it's me. You're looking for. That's right. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. It's been a long time, for I haven't got a clue. I want, or is someone loving you? Tell me how to win your heart. It's been a while since I've heard that song. There was a Muslim country that really likes Lionel Richie. They don't speak English, but they can sing the songs. I was watching this, I guess it was a news piece or a documentary. It was a Muslim country. I think it was Iraq. And they were talking about how popular Lionel Richie was. Man, that's sad. LOL. Yeah, the song. Maybe I shouldn't have things in my mouth while I'm talking. I hate hearing people make sounds with their mouth. Like if they're eating a caramel or if they're munching on something. Some people go, because I guess it helps them taste. Thoughts on weird AI? weird. Well, I've seen some pretty mind-boggling, mind-blowing AI videos. Have you seen the hell videos? Their AI tries to depict hell or monsters. Eddie always looking good. Thank you. Feeling good. You know what I like? A movie I really like is Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd and Jamie Lee Curtis. That one, yeah, looking good, feeling good. Favorite fish? Salmon. I like salmon. I love the salmon. Here's a way that they prepare salmon at Ruby Tuesday. They put some kind of a sauce on it. They serve it with rice. Oh, salmon. Way head up she rises, way head up she rises. I love Trading Places. Such a good movie. I know. Eddie Murphy is playing that scammer. He's on his knees, make it look like he has no legs. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. He talks about a karate man, but bleeds on the inside. There we go. Salmon is good, but I don't really like sushi and fish. People have that confused. Sushi means with rice in Japanese. People think sushi is raw fish. Raw fish is sometimes in sushi. The one with Eddie Murphy has some African prints. Yeah, that was Coming to America. I think that was, yeah. And Golden Boy. Golden Boy was another one Eddie Murphy was in. It happened in Tibet, I think. And he was that prayer wheel or whatever, he was doing scratch. Okay, Ed. Yay, I gotta eat. Go ahead and eat. Yes, Coming to America. Welcome. What was that? Merry New Year. I am Nanze Ibako, exchange student from Cameroon. And then Dan Aykroyd was the Jamaican guy. Beef jerky time. I am Nanze Ibako. Zigwenya, Baba Bishi Baba. I want to do that one time, like at an airport. I'm sitting in an airport waiting for my flight. And see how many people respond. Ed, thoughts on the song Eat It? That was an original song. That's where Beat It came from. I thought it was the other way around because Weird Al was always doing parodies. Yeah, he was always doing parodies. So I thought Michael Jackson was the original writer of that song, of Beat It and then Eat It. Because that's what he did with My Baloney. Remember when Eddie Murphy gave a homeless man a wad of cash in Coming to America? Recognize those homeless men? I never watched Coming to America. I was familiar with it. My brother was telling me about it. Coming to America. Wasn't Arsenio Hall in that movie too? I mean, there's one movie called Nothing But Trouble. Check that one out. Nothing But Trouble. I guess Dan Aykroyd wrote that movie. He wrote it and directed it. Had Chevy Chase in it. But Tupac Shakur, he was in that movie. You'll recognize him if you watch the movie. When he's playing the organ, or when Dan is playing the organ, yeah. Ed, thoughts on pickles? Wow, you think of the random stuff. I was thinking of eating a penne. My mom bought some pickle spears. Pickle spears. She so wanted those pickle spears, but now she's not eating them. I have to say, hey, Mom, are you going to eat some of these pickle spears? I almost have to force her. I have to persuade her to eat her pickle spear. But she wanted them, and she does that. I've noticed she'll spend lots of money on things, on items, appliances, and then hardly use them. Pickles. I like sweet pickles. I love sweet pickles, sweet pickle relish, sweet pickles. I'm not so much a dill pickle guy. Ed, have you seen the Bee Gees? The BJs? I don't know. Bigs? BJS. What's BJS? Have you been to BJ? No, I haven't. I don't think I have. I do need to get out more. I've been homebound lately. I'm really liking when I can take a nap, when I can get away, when I can squeeze a nap in there. Oh, man. Please watch it. Yes, Arsenio Hall was in it. When you watch it, please focus on that scene. Eddie Murphy gives a couple of homeless men a big wad of cash. You will recognize these men. Okay. You know what? Sometimes people do cameos. People do. I think Don and Mike did one for Seinfeld or something like that. Either Friends or Seinfeld. Yeah, you'll notice some people in. Oh yeah, like Dick Van Patten, the guy who played the dad on Eight Is Enough. He was in an episode of Emergency, and he was also in an episode of Baywatch. I was watching Baywatch yesterday. My mom likes Baywatch. My mom had a dream. She told me of a dream that she before she went to bed, she was watching Baywatch, and then she said she had a dream that she was running on the beach, and the people from Baywatch were cheering her on, and then they went to go save somebody in the water. Ed, what happened to the black cat? It's still around. I was surprised to still see it. That black cat. I thought it had died in that last snowdrift we had. I think it lives next door. It lives next door, and it just went in there to keep warm, I guess. But I was so happy, pleasantly surprised to see that the cat was still alive. Eddie, please promise me you will watch it. I don't know. I don't have access. I don't have Netflix or anything like that. But I do know it's coming to America. And you know what? Sometimes YouTube has it free with ads. They have a lot of movies, really good movies, that are free with ads. Meow. I know. I was trying to have movie days. I was sitting here with one of my phones playing a movie off of YouTube during the live with my headphones on, so I wouldn't get one of those copyright violations. You can stream online. This is my online. My phone is how I get online. I have a laptop, but it's a really old one. Because again, my funds have restricted my what do you call that? My style. My style has been cramped. Okay. Cone Three Little Pigs. Who was the voice of the wolf? Scene Three Little Pigs. I don't know. I know Green Jelly. There's a band called Green Jelly. Little pig, let me in. Look by the hair of my chinny chin chin. That's a good video. Look that one up. It's on YouTube. Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. That's right. Rambo kills the wolf at the end of that video. Oh, spoiler. I spoiled it. It's all claymation. It's really good. X thoughts on green eggs and ham. Green eggs and ham. That was a rhyme by Dr. Seuss. It's been a while since I've looked at a Dr. Seuss book. I'd probably be entered into a special file if I were to be caught reading a Dr. Seuss book. I don't know. I remember those. There was like the Lorax, Cat in the Hat. That Cat in the Hat movie was really bad, it turns out. Really bad. The one with Mike Myers. I guess they upset Michael Schultz or upset his family because the movie was that bad. He was all stoked about doing Cat in the Hat. It got mixed reviews. Watch it become a cult classic. It might be. Bad movies that do not so well in the public, in the critics, with the critics. They always, there's a lot of. The one that got another one was Army of Darkness, Evil Dead. A lot of indie movies really hit it off sometimes. Independent films. Napoleon Dynamite was an independent film. Clerks. Shaun of the Dead, I think, was an independent film. Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. Fuzz, Hot Fuzz was a pretty good one. Thoughts on Pete Holmes? I do not know about Pete Holmes. You come up with the most random, out of this world. You're almost like an IQ test. If how many gleeps and glops, if gleeps are glops and glops are gleeps, how many gleeps are glops? I could never get that. It's supposed to be an IQ test. And then there's these triangles with numbers in them. And you're supposed to figure out, are they adding, subtracting? And then you're supposed to come up with a number. That's not the way we were taught. You're a great man, Eddie. Your streams are often the best part. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yes, I want to keep that up. If I can make somebody's day, hell, I'm all for it. I'll be there with fuzzy slippers. The caveman event. Did caveman? I don't know if they invented fire, but they sure used it. Fire. I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire. Blessings from Sydney, Australia. Cool. I was looking at the time there. I think it was 2 o'clock or something like that, but it was 5 a.m. over there. Well, bless you too. Yeah. Always like my friends from down under. There we go. It's 7:24 a.m. Wow. Are you Irish? Yes, I am. What gave me away? Yes. I'm the king of everywhere and down under. So are you known down under? I was going to ask you what your zodiac sign is. Glitch. You go by Glitch, so that's the only thing I can address you as. I'm into zodiac signs, and I've been reading a lot about, doing a lot of research. The CIA also acknowledges zodiac signs. Your observations are very sensible. Well, thank you. I am known as Sensible. Sensible shoes. I am the Zodiac. Ed, thoughts on DNA? You know what? there are advanced creatures that, I mean, we're just now learning about DNA, how to alter DNA, how to reconstruct, or yeah. Actually, in China, you can order a baby the way you want it because they know how to uh, splice DNA. So yeah, it's fascinating. There's a lot in our DNA that says who we are, where we came from, and if they can master telomeres, okay, telomeres at a certain age they start to dissolve, and that's what causes our aging. What is your views on Charlie Kirk being shot? That made my heart sink. You know, he was an intelligent man, and sure, not a lot of people agreed with him, but that's no way to deal with somebody you don't agree with. If you don't agree with them, debate him. You know, he invited people to come up and talk with him. Yeah, it was sad. It was sad to see. You know what? People don't seem to like intelligent people because they can dissect, they can decipher, they can come up with the truth. People don't like the truth. They're all about masking, gaslighting. They're all about swaying their opinions. But when they're hit with the truth, when you tell people the truth, it makes them uncomfortable. Yeah. But still, Arnold Schwarzenegger was talking about that, you know, and who else? Jamie Lee Curtis had talked about, you know, a lot of people agree that, you know, he didn't deserve to be, you know, to be terminated, you know. He was 31, which wasn't that old. I think when you get into your 50s, you know. But yeah, 31, there's still life there. He was building a life. He had 2 children, a wife. But yeah, you really need to look at yourself. If you're bothered by the truth, you need to look at yourself. Why does the truth make you feel uncomfortable? Why does the truth make you mad? You know, and you were asking for the truth when you started talking to, you know, start talking to people. You need to look forward to hearing some truth. And I think that's why, you know, it's just harsh. A lot of people, Martin Luther King, who else? Who else was? There was a lot of people who were just, or you get imprisoned, okay? Nelson Mandela, Gandhi, he had to starve himself. Yeah, well, it's just hard. It's harsh. This matrix that we have created. I have 84 people lose their jobs this week for laughing. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. Cheering over a man who just talked to people. Cheering over a man who had opinions and views and did his research. He didn't just fly off the handle, or no, what do they call that? It wasn't just off the cuff. You know, people, when they get upset, they just fly off the cuff. You know, they do things on the fly. But he was very composed. He went down to your area, didn't he? Wasn't he at Cambridge? He did some debating there. Thoughts on fried Oreos? Leave food alone. Stop trying to do things to food. Anyway, you're getting me off topic. Yeah. You know what? I like watching people, whether I agree with them or disagree with them. I like watching people. I like to watch them. And the people I don't agree with, I just distance myself and I watch them. And you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot just by watching people. If you agree with them, still watch them, you know? But yeah, the answer is not to, yeah. It upset my brother too. My brother was showing me the video of his assassination. Ed, head off. Head off, Ed. What does that mean? Head off. Well, big respect for respecting. Yes. You know what? I don't think we understand intelligence. We don't understand intelligence, so we don't know what to do when we encounter it. Bye, Ed. Okay, you have a great day. I really believe that. I have my thoughts, but then I'm glad my thoughts don't immediately affect reality. But yeah, if you hold on to a thought long enough, I've been learning a lot about that. The first Hermetic principle is the all is mind, the universe is mental. And you have to be careful what you're thinking about because you are having an effect. And what's in your heart? Your heart should be pure. You should have no ulterior motives. Your heart should be pure. Pure love. Pure, don't always be trying to weave. I like this saying. There's a saying, a phrase. What was that? Society. The Bohemian Grove. Okay, the Bohemian Grove. They say, weaving spiders come not here. I think that's from Shakespeare, they say, but weaving spiders come not here, or something like that. You can tell I'm trembling a little bit. Yeah. Don't forget the Committee of 300. I'm not familiar with that. The Committee of 300. That's probably not here in the U.S. Got to take a deep breath. I don't think it's sleep apnea. I think we just stop breathing sometimes. I've noticed that. I think because we're convinced that we're in physical bodies. One thing is, I am more than my physical body. That's what Robert Monroe talks about. I am more than my physical body. That's one of the affirmations, or I think it's the only affirmation that he has. We are so committed to this thing called matter. Committee of 300 is another event with the same people as those who attended. Okay. Respect for those people. We don't know everything. And I think that's part of Stoicism. You have to realize you don't, and the less you want, the better you are. Like, was it Socrates? No, Aristotle. Aristotle was talking to Alexander the Great. And Alexander the Great was so impressed by him, I guess, that he said, "What do you want?" And he said, "Get out of my sunlight." I know everything. Hello, Collard. Oh, a fellow Brit. You're they're Satanists. I didn't know that. There's so much I don't know. Call me Collard. I run circles around you, left and right. Be nice. Collard's my friend. We have to be nice. You know what? Nice. That's another Greek philosopher said something about be kind. You never know what people are going through. Yeah. Cringe thing I've heard all week. Cringiest thing I've heard all week. God damn, I don't need to correct myself. Weak. It's spelled weak, dummy. Don't worry, I correct you too. Tomorrow, yeah, today's Wednesday. It's Wednesday night. We are in the middle of the week. Not the glitch again. Adventure, welcome back. Okay, not can't believe he spells week. What an idiot. Oh, you guys are that way to each other. Okay. You know what? That's a good way to build rapport. It's a good way to when you do that, you know, when you have that banter, when you have banter. Clifford, I forgot is Oxford Dictionary, Eddie. Collard, okay. I forgot his Oxford Dictionary, Eddie. Oxford. That guy is the reason everyone lost their mod. Yeah, thanks. All your fault. See, that's why I withdrew him. He was coming under fire. It's like, I think I did him a favor by because they're blaming him for a lot of stuff. You're welcome, Collard. I'm here to help. Today is a good day. Eat, drink, and be merry, folks. You know what? I was just talking about this yesterday. Why don't they use drones whenever there's a big gathering with somebody of import? Why don't they have drones scanning rooftops? They should have drones scanning rooftops. Yeah, man, because if Eddie's channel ever blew up, he would need his mods, and the glitch has kind of ruined that all. Oh, go easy on each other. You're all my friends. I got to stick up for each of you. Yeah. LOL. They do usually. Yeah, they do. But why don't they catch people? Why don't they? It would be easy to catch somebody laying on a rooftop. Probably some random 8-year-old on his mom's phone. I like this. This is cool. We're having conversations. I've known you longer, Eddie. The Federation of the Glitch has protected you highly in the past, and I appreciate that. Yes. You know what? I consider people like that a friend. You know, we have to look out for each other. We'll surely hang separately. Who said that? We must stand together or we will hang separately. This guy is so gay. We support you. Oh, come on now. You guys be nice. I think because I'm American, we're so tender. We're so tender here in America. We guard feelings in America. We're all about feelings. But you guys seem to have a rough edge to you. Calling me gay is against YouTube's terms and conditions. Really? I thought that was used against me a couple of times. People ask, "Are you gay?" Like, what do I put that on my application? Do I put it in my resume? Not gay. Read them. It's not literally. Oh, it's literally not. They say be nice, though, in your comments when you, yeah. Well, gents, it's getting to be around supper time. We've been at this for 1 hour and 14 minutes. And you know what? We've had quality time, haven't we? We can share ideas. no matter how scared people are of ideas. Mark Twain, he said, a man with an idea is a damn fool until he succeeds. Eddie, can you say winter is coming? It is. Winter is coming. Have your long johns ready. Yeah. Hot apple cider. Do you guys enjoy hot apple cider? I like, and lemon and honey. Winter's already here. The winter of our discontent, or was it the summer of our discontent? Yeah. Today is a good day, isn't it? It's a good day when we can sit in peace and quiet. We as men, we are men. We can raise our beer steins and make a toast to a good tomorrow. Bro, has never heard of autumn. Autumn is pretty nice. I'm starting to see signs of autumn already. You know, the browning of the leaves. Some of the leaves are yellow. All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray. California dreaming. That was before I was born, that song. You're the one going back to school in September. You got work, dog. Collard meant to say he's autistic, not autumn. Hey, I think I might be autistic. I have some traits of autism. But you know what? There are functioning autistic people. Now that's against the terms and conditions. I love you all. You know what? I rarely say that, but I love you all. Okay, I think I gotta go hug my mom. I have to hug my mom after she has a meltdown. It helps her. It helps if I hug her. Have you hugged your mom today? Yeah. Aw, thanks, Eddie. We love you too. Madness, insanity, live in profanity. Some punk claiming they're understanding me? Give me a break. What world do you live in? Have you heard that song? It's called Colors. Bless your mom. I know, I need to tell her that. I hope your mom, she is okay. You know what? In spite of it all, she's okay. We have to monitor her vitals sometimes. I'm concerned. You know, blood pressure, blood sugar, you know, her oxygen levels. Yeah. You know, we make a good team. We butt heads sometimes, but I think it's important. Right. Okay, everyone. Hope you're. Yes. We'll do this again sometime. Have a great day. I know I hit that button. There